Hello, hi, happy Wellness Wednesday. I am back on Facebook Live. I have taken a couple weeks off just to kind of regroup and kind of plan out what I want to say on these Wellness Wednesdays. But I want to commit to being back here every Wednesday. It is almost 9 o'clock, so it's almost 12 o'clock East Coast, and then wherever you're in the country. In the middle, I'm Dr. Patty Ann Ford, and I am a doctor, coach, and dietitian, and I work with people on their relationship with food, body, weight, and health. So how you can interact with me is you can work with me on a medical nutrition therapy side, whether you have a diagnosis with the doctor and you're working on different things. I can intervene as a clinical dietitian. Hi, Ryan. I can intervene as a clinical dietitian and help you partner with your doctor and do different things. In that capacity, I can only see people living in the state of California, and I work with different insurance carriers. So I just got I'm being paneled with Blue Cross or Blue Shield of California, United, Anthem, Cigna, and several others. So I accept most insurance carriers, or the most popular ones. And then outside of California, I can see you as cash pay, and I can work with you more in a coaching role where I really partner with you on kind of goals that you want inside of health. The unique part of my practice is a lot of times what you do in your health transfers also to relationships and business. And so your habits of thinking affect everything, and I have a way to measure that. But I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to have you think about your kids. I know a lot of you have kids on here, and you care about their health. Typically as a parent, you do care about their health in different capacities. But I want you to ask them some questions. And I want you to be honest. You cannot lead the witness. You cannot tell them what to say. But I have some food here, and I want you to ask them what they think about these foods. So we have had several parties over the weekend, and we had this in our counter. I grabbed this. We had single servings of these pretzels. These are like in almost all stores across the United States that I've seen. And then we have a bag of like leftover vegetables. Ask your kids their response to these foods. Oh, there's a bruise. So I have a green apple, a mixed bag of vegetables, Doritos, and pretzels. And just ask them, what do you think about these foods? See what they say. See if their reaction is, tastes good. Or are they like, blech, yucky? Kids, if they are listening to their intuition, their first response to food is going to be about the taste. They're going to think about, do I like the taste of this food? Okay, I don't really like the taste of Doritos. It's not my favorite taste. I don't really like hard cheese. Pretzels are okay. I feel like these are like tasteless for me. I really like the taste of apples, but I don't really like green. So when I saw this, it was like, I probably wouldn't choose that unless I was making a pie. I really like the taste of like Honey Crisp apples. And then there's different vegetables in here. And so I like the taste of different vegetables. I probably wouldn't choose this as a snack unless I was trying to get more fiber, unless I was trying to think about my health more intentionally. Except I do really like the taste of tomatoes and cucumbers. So I want to ask you, when I held up these different foods, where did your thoughts go? Did you think about the nutritional value of each of these foods? Did you think about, vegetables, good, processed food, bad? And then all of these health rules came up. I'm in so many different circles in my life where I know several of you are going to shame the yellow and the red and all of the different food colorings are in the Doritos. I know some of you are going to shame the vegetable oils, and that's not good or bad. That's just where your mind goes. Some of you are going to shame the different types of, there's cane sugar in this, there's canola oil in the pretzels. So you're going to really dissect the ingredients. Some of you are going to say, well, both of these carry gluten, or both of these things, I can't have wheat. I can't have different things that are going to affect my medical diagnosis. So as we get older, typically, you lose the sight of the taste of food. But sometimes I work with kiddos that are 6, 7, 8 years old, and their environment does not focus on the taste. It focuses on good, bad, and the rules of food. And if your kiddo tends to sway that way, no, that's coming from their environment. That is not an intuitive thought. Our intuition as humans, the number one reason, and research would state, the number one reason why people eat and why they choose the food is for taste, ultimately. And when that is lost, when you are choosing foods out of obligation, and my newsletter just went out today and I talked about this. When you are choosing foods out of, I have to eat this, I should eat this, I must eat this, that is coming from a very painful place, ultimately, when you kind of look underneath of that choice and look at the psychology of it. It is such a painful place to be that you're gonna wanna take a break. You're gonna wanna have a vacation. You're gonna wanna have a cheat day. You're gonna wanna go off the diet. You're gonna wanna think, oh God, I just don't have any more motivation for this. I'm tired. I just wanna eat what I want to eat. And if that is the things that you're saying about your food, I have an assessment, if you're interested in chatting with me, that we can just navigate what is your internal dialogue. Internal dialogue means the thoughts that you're having about food that maybe you're not saying out loud. We call it your subconscious. And sometimes we don't even know that's what we're thinking until someone says it back to us and increases our awareness. And we're like, oh crap. Yeah. I've been thinking, I have to eat vegetables. Well, yeah, vegetables are really nutritious and they're really beneficial. But if you're coming at it from, I have to be doing this, it's not gonna last long. Unless you're the 1% to 2% that really likes to live in a painful state and you can withstand that pain for a long time, I ask that you don't give that obligation to the kiddos. Under 5, do not put food on their plate. I would highly recommend, and if you do, I'll have a lot of compassion, do not put food on their plate and say you have to eat this. I have some stories of patients that have been forced to eat foods, or they have been forced to sit at the table for an enormous amount of inappropriate time, hours, until they're expected to eat. That is very, very oppressive. It's not a healthy way to introduce a relationship to food, or cueing you need to finish what's on your plate in order to be considered a good eater. So really with kiddos, you're really trying to honor that intuition. Now, as parents, I have 2 little boys. If I let them rule their nutritional choices, it would be inappropriate because they don't have boundaries, they don't have structure. So it is up to me to provide some structure, to help them figure out their intuition with some healthier choices, because they can't go shopping. They can't get the food. I'm in charge of that, or my husband's in charge of that. Now, when my husband goes shopping, he buys foods like this that don't make meals. But it would be also an interesting trial if you were to put out these 2 foods, and which one would your kids pick? Would they pick the Doritos and enjoy them? And would they pick the vegetables because they wanted them? If they would always pick this because they never have access to it, this is being shamed in your house. I'm not saying that's a bad or good thing, but eventually your kiddos are gonna have some autonomy and some independence. And I've seen it where some kids, they didn't have access to this and they wanted it so bad. So when they do get freedom, when they do become independent, this is all that they choose. So you wanna have some sort of balance. In our world, we have such a unique food climate where we have access to almost anything at any time, which can be detrimental, and a beautiful freedom. And so see, when you choose foods, what is inspiring that choice? Is it structured rules? Is it fear? Is it guilt? Or is it taste? Hopefully, if your kiddo's under 5, they're choosing foods for taste. If not, let's chat. I do see kiddos as young as 6. We work with the family. It's not just seeing the kid and the pediatrician, whoever else is involved. If you're in the state of California, we can use your insurance. If you're outside of California, I do accept cash paying or self-pay. And there's different ways we can work around that. So if you're interested, just comment. This is going to go on my business page for Imagine Wellness. And I'm just doing this here to say all my friends, if you are not interested in this, just swing on by. But thank you for being here and thank you for my support. I will be shooting or filming a quick YouTube about this. If you like YouTubes, go ahead and head over there and ask me for the link. And thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.